Hi, my name is Sylokat, and I'm here to play Myst. Before we begin, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to the channel and sign up for notifications. That way you stay up to date on any future content that may be released, and there will be future content. I also live stream on Twitch twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I do a Jackbox Party Night on this channel live 8:30 p.m. on Thursdays. I would also like to suggest that you check out the community links in the comments below so you can find other ways to stay connected with our community. Now, on today's episode of Myst, we are going to be doing the Stoneship Age. As always, we will explore the island and then solve all of its puzzles. So, sit back and relax, and let's play Myst. Alright, here we are at the Stoneship Age. As you can see, it is raining, and this is actually quite delightful. I'm going to turn on my flashlight, just because it is dark out here. And it looks like we can't go back into the ship, so let's look around. Okay. Got some places over to the left and the right of the ship that we can look at. Okay. Okay. Sounds like that started something, but it didn't actually do anything. We will definitely have to explore to find out what that does. So let's check out this little lighthouse. Okay, looks like we will need to find a key. Let's make sure there's nothing else in here. Some stairs going down. Oh, look, here's a key. I wonder if that is the same key that we will need to unlock that lock. Okay, before I go into the cave, I'm going to go ahead and explore this way. This looks like the other half of the ship. Well, that's pretty. I assume that we are going to have a spot where we will find a specific setting for this, but I could be wrong. So much of this game, they put a lot of stuff out here into it that makes no sense whatsoever. Well, that's interesting. So, kind of lines up nice with that at 135. I'm going to go ahead and write this down. Okay, so let's go ahead and travel back. It's interesting to see that this light is still lit up. So here's a second cave. And it looks like everything is underwater. So, let's check out this one. This one, too, is underwater. Oh, but this is now no longer underwater. So let's see where this goes. Okay, doesn't look like there's much down here to do. Sometimes with this, there's just a matter of just seeing that there's something you can do. If I had to guess, I would say that the buttons that we pressed underneath that umbrella emptied the water. And I would almost venture to say that the other buttons empty the water in the cave, and maybe one of them empties it out into the lighthouse area. So let's go ahead and turn one of these other ones on. All right. Okay, just making sure nothing gets missed. Okay, looks like a compass of some sort that we can't really do anything with. Let's go through this far side. Okay, so it looks like the door's on the other side now compared to before. Okay, so this has a blue page right here. This is good. We've already found a blue page. Blue pages are for the brother Akinar. So this is definitely his room. Look at all of this stuff. It's poisons and a skull lamp. He is all about this whole death scene. Rose. Converting over to a skull. That is so totally this guy. Okay. A map. Okay, this says something about marker switches. So let's write this down. Okay, so we've written that down now. Some more maps. Okay, so we have the blue page now. Let's go find the red page, and then let's figure out how to get off of this island. Okay, so those two areas in the center of where that compass is, looks like they connect each other. And you can travel between the two areas. Given that the blue page was just sitting out, I imagine the red page is going to be the same. Maybe we'll find the other half of that note and be able to complete. So this is Sirius's room, and his room is well decorated. Really? That's kind of pretty. Again, Sirius seems to have a little bit higher taste than his brother as far as classiness goes. Oh, okay, so I think I just grabbed the red page. That's fine. So, interesting. There's a spot in one of the books that leads you to this age where they talk about pirates of some sort, and they have a picture of this flag. So Sirius may not be the guy we think he is. So now I'm holding a red page, so that was definitely that. I still don't find another spot where there's another half of the note. So now that we've done all the exploration of this area, let's go ahead and open up that last switch and see what we can get. If I had to guess, I would say this opens up the water area in the lighthouse. Yep, here we go. Okay. Oh, we have a waterlogged chest. I wonder, okay, so this chest didn't show up before. I wonder if because it was waterlogged, it stayed down on the bottom. If we change this so that it is now empty and we go ahead and close it, when we put water back in this area, it should float to the top. Let's go ahead and put water to the middle. Sorry, let's take away the water in the middle. Yes, okay. And I'll bet that key goes there, which gives us the key that goes here. Excellent. Ah, so check this out. We are charging what looks like these batteries over here. Be interesting to see what that does for us. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back down into these caves. I can't help but think that that central room is now going to be lit up or have something different about it. That room didn't have anything we could do in it before, and it seems to me, oh wow, look, this is a red square instead of a blue one on the other side. I can't help but to think this is now going to be something we can do. Oh. Okay, so the lighthouse was found at 130 degrees. So let's assume that this is 0. And let's assume that this is 180. 130 would be right around, sorry, 135 would be right over in this area. Okay, well, that did not work. So let's go back and see what we can see. Whatever we did was the wrong move to make, and now it has reduced the power down to 0. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to that little compass rose. Let's just go for broke. Let's hit it. Okay, so that's new. I'm going to guess here we should probably go out to the ship now. Why, looky here, we have a Myst book. Well, let's go ahead and turn in our red page. And then we'll come back and go grab that blue page. Okay, so here we are. Drop the red page in.
You finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Sylokat. I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother Akhenaten is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Akhenaten has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. This thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Akhenaten's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, entrapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves. This library, which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will meet face to face.
Okay. So that is Cirrus's message to us. I'm not going to write down or look up that code on the fireplace just yet. We will wait for the next episode to do that. But in the meantime, we will go and see if we can find the blue page and turn that in to see if Akinar gives us any kind of different information. Okay, we now have the blue page. Let's go ahead and go back to the library and see what Akinar has to say. Okay.
Hello, I'm Akinar. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother hated him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. Completely destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn Father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced Father that it was I who destroyed the ages. He convinced Father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both. Unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only recover 1 additional page to release me from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf. It's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burnt books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, It will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
Okay. So, that is Akinar, and my, what an interesting character. Our final act is to figure out the other half of this note that we have. I imagine that we will find it in one of the other ages, given that we could not find it in Sirius's room. So, we're going to briefly search for that, then we're going to come back and end in the library so that we can start back up on our next episode. So it took me a little bit to find it, but back in Channelwood, I did find this note in Sirius's room in a drawer on the bed, and I've added this to our notes so that next time we play, we can finally finish the main Myst Island. Until next time, I hope everybody has a great day, and y'all keep on gaming.